lie. I used to feel if a person can say something to me and I let them make it and I don't get on their ass right then and there, I felt like I was a hoe. But as you get older, you understand the fact that they can make you react, that make you actually more weaker anyway. You supposed to determine, okay, I don't want to play today.
Yeah.
But when I do want to play, cool, let's get to it. That's the part, transitioning from trying to prove something to I'm going to react when I feel. Coming from where we come from, you don't think like not to speak on somebody who got nothing to lose compared to you. It's just shit, I'm a man, you know what I'm saying? But then you got to realize, bro, when you go to dealing with people who ain't got nothing to lose, who ain't even got 2% of what you got going on, do you risk that? Because all the while, they don't even care about if they lose the situation. They just don't want you with the shit.
They trying to bring you down to their level. He who can anger you is your master. It's an honor, privilege, and a pleasure once again to be joined by someone who is certified as a real one, and we're going to get some wisdom, some game, some pedagogy, some information from a legend, a real life hood superhero, Trae Tha Truth.
I love my brother.
Beloved, man, so I got to say, man, I known you for many moons and always been a man of the people, a man of the community, but always been a real one. And from, the new album to the Trae Day constantly going heavy, everything that you got going, man, I just want to give you the platform and the opportunity to just share all that you've been doing for the world, man. And I jokingly say like the hood superhero, but you're truly the definition of that, man. We watch you do everything from, save, elderly ladies' homes and protect her against the system, all the way to, during crisis like hurricanes, go and literally put the whole city on your back, man. And I don't think you get enough credit. And to me, like it ain't about flowers. It's about acknowledgement. It's about empowering and expanding your light and your platform. So I welcome you, man. And I want to understand your psyche. I want to understand why you do what you do and how we can inspire other people to be the next Trae Tha Truth.
Well, for sure, I believe the main reason that I do the things I do is definitely just my heart. Sometimes, man, a thing as simple as caring can give you the drive, the motivation, or the push you need to get out there and be for the people. As far as inspiring another version of me, that is the reason why I do the things that I do, and plant the seeds and expose the world to them so they can see what's really going on.
Facts.
Because a lot of people will be like, oh, I've heard people say, man, I can't do none of that stuff you do. I don't have the money to help them people. I can't do that. I don't have this or that. And it's like I try and tell people, man, it's not about the money. Sometimes just the time, or sometimes just the open ear.
Yeah.
Can change somebody's life. You might have just let them vent and get whatever energy that they need to get out their system out at that moment. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about everything I do is to just plant the seed for the next me, for the legacy for my kids, because I pray that they follow and do the same thing, which from the looks of it, they will.
Nah, that's what's up. So we're gonna have a real conversation today. People tune into this podcast to get the facts and to get the wisdom and get some information. So I'm gonna just tap in and see if I can get a few definitions from you. In your mind, or how you move, what's your definition of gangster?
Man, that's a good question, right? Because people don't really ask they don't ask that type of question, right? And I think the definition of it got so clouded and misunderstood. Like, when you go to look at the definition of real gangsters, right, you can go all the way from the J Princes to even down to the Pox, to different people, right? People thought the definition of gangster was just, these days they think the definition of gangster is somebody who's just loud, who can go rough something up, or who quote unquote bout it. But if you really know real old head, authentic old law type gangsters, they naturally protect us. They do for family. They take care of their people. They never start nothing. They always move on defense. You know what I'm saying?
They protect. They don't
yeah,
start it. They finish it.
we speak less. And you know, we the ones that go at we bully the bullies. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
you set up the code. You set up the establishment, and so because there's rules to every game, and the gangsters are the ones who uphold the rules.
Yeah. Even and you got to realize all real gangsters take care of their community. You know what I'm saying? All real gangsters, like, it's rules. You never harm women, kids. Like, it's just certain stuff that go on, but it got so lost these days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why I commend people like Jay and others, because, you know, if you really know a lot of us, most real gangsters I know, we just naturally laid back people. And we probably some of the people that, regardless of the rumors they may hear or things that they think they might see, if they know us, once you know us and have a relationship with us, people be like, man, we love them to death. You know what I'm saying? Because we naturally genuine people.
Nah, that's real. So, and then the next thing I will go to, because you already touching on it, the code of the streets, the code of being a man, and like,
it's watered down these days, bro.
Because a lot of, like you said, a lot of these young people don't know that there is even a code to the streets.
Yeah. So, and it's not all of them, and I don't even blame the youngsters, right? I blame some of the old heads around them, or some of the ones who've been through certain situations that could have took that moment to just get a youngin' game. Because I never want to be one of the ones to be like, man, it's always the young people. Because truth be told, some of the old heads out of line, because they'll have some of these youngsters doing shit that they know they won't do. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine me telling this youngster to get in the car and go handle something that, when the person who's sending them to do it probably was terrified to do it themselves.
Right.
And that's how stuff get lost. But see, with us, well, I can speak for myself. I've always grabbed the youngsters that remind me of myself, that I know can think for themselves.
Yeah.
And once you go to giving them game and planting seeds, those are the ones that others in their section or others in their arena follow. So if you give the right one game, he's gonna still spread and plant that seed to some of the ones that's following him, and it's a domino effect. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Because now it's
and that's how you build your soldiers.
Right. So now when I'm telling him, like, hey, bro, that ain't the move, man. Don't do nothing like that. In his mind, when he around his partners or his homies and he sees somebody doing something flaw, he gonna think back to what I told him. But then at the same time, now he feel he can get them knowledge, like, nah, bro, we ain't gonna go about it that way. That ain't the way to do it.
Right.
So guess what? Now them 1, 2, 3 people he told, now when they partner somewhere else, now it's starting to, everybody ain't gonna go the exact right way, but you start to plant them seeds, and you know what I'm saying?
And the ethics actually apply. Yeah, nah. And then that's obviously where your community can stand on that and be like, look, this is what we about. We stand on business over here because it's certified. It's you know,
because it's the right thing to do. Meaning they have what's the word for it? It's validated.
Yeah.
Now, however they react, even if you got to be chastised or whatever, it was validated. Why? It wasn't done for no reason. It was done for a reason. You know.
Right. So let's talk about, you know, your city for a moment. Houston, man, it's if you don't know, it could be a tricky city to move around in, and
if you're around the wrong ones.
Yeah. So, and even that idea of, you know, because checking in, you know, we always talk about that, like, oh, you got to make sure. People almost felt like it's an obligation thing, but a city like Houston is one of those cities where you should check in with people, but it's not about, oh, check in so I can move around. It's check in just so I can show love. It's checking in so, because if I got family that's checking in to make sure that, like, yo, when I pull up to Houston, I'm going to call Trae just to make sure, you know, everything is on the up and up, and you're going to give me the game on what the temperature is out there.
I think, man, that's just some shit that went on in the rap world where they go to doing the quote unquote word checking in, because a lot of rappers have this image about them that they feel they gotta uphold, so they gotta try and act harder than the next one. All the while,
Right.
that ain't even the type of time real gang. You gotta realize, man, a real OG and a real gangster ain't thinking about half the unnecessary shit, cause in their mind, we just doing what we do to get back home to our family.
Yeah, that's
and
what y'all got
kids.
real shit to deal
Yeah,
with.
like any real gangster don't want to be at war 24. Nobody want to look over their shoulder like that.
Yeah.
You know, we always gonna be prepared to do what we gotta do to protect ours and our family. But any real one, man, we not waking up thinking who the fuck I can get into it with today to prove I'm hard. And you like,
Yeah.
that just go to show people who haven't really came from that cloth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they do that. But damn, I got sidetracked to what
Nah,
you
but
said.
that's exactly what it was. I mean, you touch it on
the chicken. So
yeah.
So the thing is, like, me, when people come to town, everybody tap in with me. I don't even really say check in, but it ain't even that. It's just they be more happy. Like, bro, I'm in the town. What we doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or hey, bro, I'm here. I got to pull up to go do such and such, because they know in the back of my mind, okay, cool. Well, I know they good, and I'm going to make sure that they, on top of them being good, I'm going to make sure that they good, because this is my family. So, oh, cool, you going over there? If I'm able to move around, I'm going to pull up on you. If not, if you need something, I got people on standby.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily about people being scared, like, hey, I'm just letting you know I'm in town. Is that cool? Like, that, we ain't in them days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you do have some rappers, a lot of these rappers they just be scared like that. So for some
That's because
of
they
them,
not really who they are.
That's why I just said they had an image that they were putting on. So now you have a lot of them. And you can't even be mad. I mean, it's all part of the game. If you,
It's entertainment.
yeah, now I'm talking about the part you can't be mad if they are getting handled a certain type of way.
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? Because it's like, you shouldn't have really.
Yeah,
been
you was
doing all-
fooled.
Yeah, you shouldn't have been doing
you-
all
you
this stuff
should-
in the first place.
Yeah. That's survival of the wildest right there.
Yeah, but you know, like, that would be like, man, I'm in LA. At the end of the day, bro, like, I've damn near lived here, and
Yeah.
and damn near all hoods love me the same way I love them. But I come here, I'm allowed, you know, I've been to hit your phone, hey, bro, what you doing? I'm out here for a few days. I'm not necessarily, I mean, I'm checking in with you. That mean, nigga, I'm out here, I'm finna see what my brother doing. Let's go
Yeah.
get in.
What we got
get
going.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just always been that way with the close ones. It's just mutual respect, you know.
So when it comes to Houston, how, what is the hierarchy out there? Like, what is, what's even in the whether it's the music world, whether it's the streets, it's like based off of, because we know there's the different wards. We also know that, people getting money in Houston. People been getting money in Houston for a long time. Real estate, just black-owned businesses. I mean, what's the thing that keeps the lights on mostly in Houston?
I mean, everything. I would just say the culture. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because
yeah.
in the culture, it's everything that you say wrapped up in one.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. You know, you got the hustlers. You got the fashion side of it. You got the black-owned businesses. You got the restaurants. You got the clubs. You got the nightlife. You got just of course, the music. I mean, the music is what brought people to even understand what Houston really was. You know?
Right.
So I think it's all the above, but in a nutshell, it'll definitely just be the culture.
Yeah. And because, I mean, is there one area that's more dangerous than others in Houston, or is it
all places can be dangerous? Don't let nobody.
Don't think it's sweet, no matter where it's at.
Yeah, but the crazy thing, right? We naturally player people.
Yeah.
And so you have to be coming out there doing the most, or just being green as can be to even really be
get caught up
like that. You know what I'm saying?
Every time I've been, man, it's been nothing but love. It's been, just welcoming that right, Southern hospitality.
That's exactly what I was just gonna say. We naturally gonna give Southern hospitality just in general. We are naturally just a player city.
Yeah.
But you have some people come down and go to trying to move how they want to move or handle stuff, or go to neighborhoods and disrespect certain shit, and it's like, shit, what we supposed to do?
Yeah.
We're supposed to get on your ass. You know what I'm saying? So, Other than that, it's just naturally political. Unless you're trying to, again, unless you're trying to fit in with the wrong ones that, and then it's crazy you fit in with the wrong ones that ain't even respected, and now it got you comfortable thinking you can come just disrespect everybody out there.
Yeah.
Not how it's gonna go.
It's not gonna go that way at all. Well, I've actually got to witness you in many different capacities, but specifically in your superhero form. I mean, during Hurricane Harvey, you know, we were really. I mean, you allowed me to stand beside you, going door to door, you know, helping people, you know,
In the trenches.
In the trenches, you know, delivering supplies, getting people out of dire situations. Literally watch people living in, you know, knee deep water, and just figuring out what to do. And like I said, I was there for a short time. You stayed the course, and really, when your city needed you, you put them on your back. And I mean, where does that type of energy come from, and what made you say in those times? Because you've done it several times over. I'm just saying that was just one that I witnessed.
Now, anytime a hurricane or something hit, it doesn't matter if it's
even if it's in your city, you fly into all over.
I'm in Louisiana. I've done Louisiana. I've done Mississippi. I've done.
Why, Trae? Why?
Florida.
Why are you the guy that, you know? I'm a show up for any community when people are in need.
Because I don't move off rules. I move off that instance right then and there, right? And
that
I
energy.
understand, that and the impulse in general. So what I came to understand in these situations, it's a lot of red tape. It's a lot of political ways they do stuff. And imagine somebody needing you right now, and you like, oh yeah, well, give us time to strategize. We'll get to you in midweek or end of next week.
Right.
How the fuck you gonna tell them?
They might not make it.
Yeah, they can't eat. They babies can't eat today. They babies can't let alone survive. You may have some elders that they ain't got the power. What if they dialysis or anything? You know, different machines that they need to even breathe. We ain't got time to be doing all that. So my thing is, with me understanding that, a lot of people tend to be forgotten a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm one of the ones that come through there in the forgotten areas and the forgotten situations and do what I can do to help them as much as I can until others come in.
Yeah, you boots on the ground. You in the trenches, 10 toes down.
Yeah.
So I got to ask you this then, like, what frustrates Trae Tha Truth? Like, whether it's in one of your missions or even, you know, in the game, whether it's the streets, the music, what's like, what, you're like, man, I can't stand this shit.
When people don't get it in any situation, when they just don't get it, they don't understand why you're doing what you're doing to help, or they don't understand just different things. And that goes from the community to the music to anything. Just when people don't get it, it frustrates you, because it's like, hey man, like, I'm trying to do any and everything I can, not only for me but for y'all, and you don't get it. And when they don't get it, it makes them unappreciative at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that they don't get it can be very frustrating.
I've watched people, and I would say I watch energy come against you.
Yeah.
I watch, even when you're trying to do positive, even in your own city, I watch people not want to support. I watch people want to dim your light. I watch people try to provoke you. I watch people but for someone who's only trying to do good, where do you think that energy comes from, and why are the haters, you know, or even that low frequency, why does it even still exist when all you trying to do is help people?
I think honestly because I'm God's child. And when I say that, right, it's said that no weapon shall prosper, but it was never said that the weapon can't be formed. So I feel like right now, with me being his child, he's allowing different things to happen to me, different weapons to form, even letting people try and get their shots off or whatever the situation may be, but the success never on their end. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think he's just preparing me for the next level. Then you got to think, right? As many people as I help, and you would think like, man, they see what I'm doing, they understand it, cool, they're gonna be supportive, or they actually appreciate what I'm doing. You'll go to thinking that everybody's in your corner. But the blessing of it really is in these times when you see the not support or people feeling a certain way towards me, that's the blessing. You know what I'm saying? God always give you a lesson and a blessing at the same time. So with that being said, what if I was getting ready to really hit that next level and I had a bunch of people around that really didn't fuck with me? So I'm bringing that same.
He gonna reveal it all to you.
And when he reveal it to you, that's the blessing in that situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like stuff like that have to happen with me.
Right.
Because at times, bro, I can't. I'll tell you, fuck the camera. Just as your brother, times it be like I'm damn near just getting crucified in the public eye.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And I know, it be stressful. Sometimes it be hurtful. It just be frustrating where you just be angry. But at the same time, man, if you take it, you deal with it, you make it through that situation, you still standing on 10, it's only building your character more and preparing you for what's next.
Real deal. What's your message to the haters?
How they feel about me ain't my business. I mean, man, I try and tell people, man, you losing a lot of time doing that. I feel, bro, it make you less of and on a man's sense, it make you less of a man when you gotta wake up and just constantly worry about what the next man doing. You ain't even focused on your kids. You ain't focused on your household. It's just, let me wake up and be mad about
another motherfucker's
success. Why people like this person, or why this person getting to do the things that they do. Like what's for you is gonna be for you. I can't wake up and be mad because Nick got 5 TV shows, 3 different podcasts, and I can't, like, how can I be mad that I'm supposed to naturally salute that? Or if I don't feel too happy about it, just go about my business. I shouldn't be worried about it.
Right.
Yeah.
So what is your secret to success?
Dedication and persistence. I'm gonna outwork anything. So those taking the easy route, I may be taking a longer route, but along that way, I'm building that foundation of where you won't be able to knock it down. You know what I'm saying?
Is that Texas in you? Is that just that mentality of that hard working,
we
working
naturally
class?
hustlers, right?
Yeah.
So across the world, they never understood slanging CDs out the trunk or doing the things that we did to get to where we at in our career.
Right.
And we definitely natural hustlers. We gonna make it work by any means necessary. For me, knowing the option. You got to think, bro. I've been banned worldwide from radio for 14 years.
So, and still on you like that.
And I'm across the world.
And you still dropping albums.
And let alone the albums. Probably put it like this, bro. I've been recognized across the world. The only award that I really haven't got that's super huge would be the Nobel Peace Prize.
Right, you know
what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's coming.
Like think of somebody of our skin tone, come from where we come from, just accomplish the things that's being accomplished. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's definitely gonna come in.
I mean, that has to feel amazing that you've overcome so many obstacles and now can be that beacon of hope for so many. I mean, coming from where you come from, but then, like you said, to stand tall and say, I'm here to help people.
Yeah. Man, and I feel like, again, so this is a question, though. Some people ask me, right, but it never really on the platform, where my excitement comes from. My excitement comes from music. I love music off the rip. But my excitement comes from changing the person's situation for the better.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
Watching them smile, watching that hope, watching them be out of that pit for that moment in life.
Yeah.
That shit, like that's what excites me. You know
Coming
what I'm
in and
saying?
saving the day.
Yeah, just coming to be there for them. Well, I know I've done something to change. So that goes in all aspects, right? That goes in the community. That goes during disaster, but that also go into music. Like
Right.
a lot of upcoming artists, they'll tell you, man, when the first person to get me game or put me in a situation or put me with this person or make this happen for me or be the big homie Trae. And it's like stuff like that is what gives me to go. Like now, you know, I got a tape coming after my album with a bunch of homies from the city that remind me of myself called the Rejects. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People who deserve a chance but didn't necessarily get the help in hand that they needed, and putting them on a platform to where people can see, hey man, they just as dope as I am. You know what I'm saying? Any outlet or even any platform or thing I got where I can expose them to the world, I'm gonna do that for them too, you know? So it's just like it's always about just being there for others.
And I mean, it's interesting because we know you operate in a positive light. We know all that you've done. We know you certified. But then there's also that side of, I mean, even you rocking the ABN. and,
Always.
You're not to be played with. There's a demeanor that comes with it. It's like, all right, he really, as for y'all that don't know, ABN stands for assholes by nature. But so when it comes to pushing the line, how do you determine when to turn that energy on and when to be the
if I can be completely honest with you,
yeah,
I'm still growing. I do know I don't try and turn it on much at all.
Right.
But as being a human being and being passionate at times, it definitely can be turned on.
Yeah.
So it's right now I'm really learning, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it said he who wears the crown has great responsibilities, you know?
Yeah.
And if I'm one of the chosen ones from the big homie up above, I gotta make sure I'm accountable for a lot of things I do. So right now, my biggest thing that I'll be working on is having patience and trying not to react. You know, it's dangerous because I'm the type of person I keep a lot of stuff balled in. So sometimes a situation may get it for everything that was built
Right.
up, and that could be very dangerous. You know, and in my shoes, when I know what I'm capable of doing and how far I'm gonna go, I have to brace myself to know, like, nah, man, you know, let me just go on. Even though they did something that I feel disrespect, I gotta just let me get out the way, let them make it, cause
I'm gonna let them live.
yeah, and really I'm gonna say let me live. And it ain't about letting them live, let me live, cause I know how far I'm gonna go, and you'll be the reason I'm took away from my kids and a life that I'm making, you know, because now my reactions and things that I do can jeopardize everything from family to business to everything,
to the movement that you've created.
Right, and to build, and I'm learning, you know, like I'm not perfect, but to build it up to where I got it to now, just to lose it all over 1 minute, it don't make sense to me.
Yeah, those emotions is like he who can anger you is your master.
Man, so you said this, right? I mean, you said that I used to always feel, no lie, I used to feel if a person can say something to me and I let them make it and I don't get on their ass right then and there, I felt like I was a hoe. But as you get older, you understand the fact that they can make you react, that make you actually more weaker anyway. You supposed to determine, okay, I don't want to play today.
Yeah.
But when I do want to play, cool, let's get to it. And that's the part, transitioning from trying to prove something to I'm gonna react when I feel. Because you got to think, man, I coming from where we come from, you don't think like not to speak on somebody who got nothing to lose compared to you. It's just shit, I'm a man, you know what I'm saying? But then you got to realize, bro, when you go to dealing with people who ain't got nothing to lose, who ain't even got 2% of what you got going on, do you risk that for them? Because all the while, they don't even care about if they lose the situation. They just don't want you with the shit.
Yeah.
You know?
They trying to bring you down to their level.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you touched on this. I mean, being a father, and you often speak of your legacy.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to end on, what you, not only all that you're doing, we know that, your name is going to hold its weight in gold. But what are you leaving? What wisdom are you leaving to your family, to your kids, and really for the world to embrace? What's that message that Trae Tha Truth is leaving?
A few things. I would say be genuine. Definitely care for others, and at the same time stand on business. Because that's the fine line of everything that I do. Like, I have the heart to do any and everything, but at the same time, I'm also gonna stand and fight when it's time too. You know? So just all those things. When you're able to wrap that up in one, it's a blessing.
Staying solid,
and it's a rare case, right? Because
how do you teach your kids that though? Like it's hard to teach, especially like how to stand on business like that. That comes from experience.
Yeah, and no, because you still got to remember my seed is my seed.
Yeah,
I'm in it. It's just certain stuff have to be ignited.
Yeah.
Like my son Houston, right? He got the exact same heart as me. I told a story one time where I was headed to GameStop, and we were headed there. It was a family on the corner. They said they didn't have money for food or a room, and I passed them. I just wanted to test the water, and I said, hey, bro, we could do two things right now. That's a family back there that ain't got money to eat, and they need somewhere to stay. We could take the money that I was gonna go to GameStop and get you and give to them, or if you tell me you want to go to GameStop and you want the games, I'm gonna do that. It's up to you. He like, no, get them the money. I said, well, why you say that? He like, man, I can always get a game, man. It's more important to be able to help them people right now. I'll be all right, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that
beautiful.
make you proud in that aspect. But then the flip side, stand on business side, is I teach them daily, man, don't really trip about the minor things, but also don't let nobody play with you. And my little one been training since he was probably 6 years old. And the crazy thing, even though he can fight crazy the way he can fight, he's more, you have to push him now.
Yeah.
Same with me. You have to. You'll never catch me doing something just to do it. You have to really make me feel something.
You got to provoke you.
Yeah. So that's the thing that's just naturally instilled in my kids. So.
Nah, that's beautiful, man, and not just your kids, your community. I mean, your community has definitely become your baby and your offspring. I've watched Trae Day just flourish year after year. I mean, only brother I know that got his own holiday for real. You know what I mean? In the city of Houston.
So I don't know if you know, it's been a while since we talked about that. So I have at least 5 or 6 days in Houston, and I got a day in Milwaukee.
Crazy. You got several days.
So in Houston,
Trae Day is a real thing.
Yeah, in Houston they can't. It ain't really much more.
It's Trae Week at this point.
Yeah, it definitely it is. I got the keys to the city. It ain't really much you can do. Like right now, what I'm trying to do is trying to find people to match me. They want to do some a part that's tied into me. But one of my sons is special needs. He has a foundation, Unique and Gifted. I want to build the first special needs park in a low income area. You know what I'm saying? So I'm lately I've been looking for just some of the homies to match me with that, because that I feel like a lot of special needs families, they don't have the opportunity for their kids to feel normal or do real things. And man, I'm just always trying to find different things, but that's gonna be my next goal.
And you embrace it all so well, man. I've been to the day where you got your son on the stage, your entire family. You know what I mean, and everybody just is so much love, man, and all the light and attention is on you, but you just allowing your light to shine.
So the crazy thing, people never knew the holiday is to celebrate me, and from day one, I said it's gonna be a day that I celebrate the city.
Yeah,
we ain't gonna worry about it. Yeah, it's Trae Day.
Yeah,
but it's a day that y'all ain't gonna have to worry about nothing. I'm gonna do whatever I can to take care of y'all.
Man, it's brilliant, and keep pushing the line, keep leading. If they ain't started already, it's gonna be statues of you in the city. Man, much continued success. Thank you for dropping the wisdom.
Stuck
you got
in motion on the way. Make sure
I was
they
about to
remember
say,
that.
let them know.
Yeah, Stuck in Motion. Make sure they grab the album. This is just a kickoff, man. You know, and I'm a shout out to J. Cole, right?
Yeah.
Because you know, at times I'd be iffy about doing or dropping stuff, and you know, just the conversation we had, because we brothers, so we debate, you know, about different things. But the thing is, he always pushed me to understand, man, like, it doesn't matter if stuff do super good, if it do all right, if it moves slow. At the end of the day, it'll still be all right in the end. Like, you gotta just jump out there, because you know, at times
You're
you
an
don't wanna. Yeah, at times you don't want to drop music if you feel like, man, I ain't got no deal right now. I don't know what's gonna be what. It might just fall and get lost in the shuffle. And it's like, at times you do need bros like that to like, nah, bro, F that. Just
drop it.
Yeah, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. And
let your art shine.
Yeah.
There it is. Trae Tha Truth, y'all. It's been another educational pedagogy class with a real one. Let's get to it. Holla.